The skies have finally cleared in Minneapolis, and we'll finally get this series started between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins, two of the hottest teams in the American League. The Chicago White Sox started their resurgence a little earlier than the Twins. They've won 9 of their last 13 games, and they're putting a little heat on the first-place Detroit Tigers. The Twins have won 9 of their last 11 and are trying to get out of the basement in the American League Central, playing their best baseball of the season. Carl Pavano gets the start tonight for the Twins, and he's led a resurgent starting rotation for the Minnesota Twins. And it is a very nice night for baseball here at Target Field, along with Hall of Famer Bert Blyleven. I'm Dick Bramer, and the Twins can't seem to go more than 48 hours without putting somebody on the disabled list. Last night, even though the Twins didn't play, they ended up putting Justin Morneau on the disabled list.
Well, I guess the match continues for the match troop for the Minnesota Twins. There have been so many injuries for the Twins, and yeah, Justin Morneau put on a disabled list. We saw Denard Span, Joe Mauer, Jason Kubel, Jim Thome, and not even on there Glenn Perkins and Joe Nathan. But all these guys are coming back sooner or later, and that's a good thing. Justin Morneau just put on, and here today, Nishioka game being activated, Dick. He's not going to start in this ball game, but he is going to be available. Took some ground balls at shortstop, played some ball games in Fort Myers and in Rochester. They say he's ready to go.
And you saw in the Sanford Medical injury report that the Twins still have the bulk of their lineup on the disabled list. They hope to come back and rejoin this lineup here sometime soon. The Twins and the White Sox, two teams both expected to contend for the division title. Now, as we're into the month of June, they're playing the type of baseball we thought they would all year long.
Yeah, I mean, both these ball clubs started off very poorly, but in early May, the White Sox started to make a move, and they picked up 7 games since that time. And for the Twins, yes, they've won 9 out of 11. They need to get back to 500, and hopefully the Twins can do that of the remainder of the month. But they have to continue to win series, and hopefully they can win 2 ball games here against Chicago, since last night was rained out.
They did it in Chicago. They won a couple of games against the White Sox in Chicago in early May. They'll hope to continue a roll and make this a really good homestand when we come back. Baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Northland Ford. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or go to northlandford.com. By Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. and by a reminder from Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Designate a driver.
The showers have passed. It is an absolute beautiful night for baseball here at Target Field in downtown Minneapolis on Fox Sports North. I'm Robbie Smikowski. Thanks for tuning in. Twins and the White Sox, both teams have been playing well lately, but the Twins have had good success against the Chicago White Sox, and it dates back to mid-May of 2009. And in fact, when you look at the numbers, they're actually pretty staggering. And some nights to remember: Jim Thome, Francisco Liriano's no-hitter, 26 of 33 wins the Twins have had against the Chicago White Sox. And the big number, according to Ron Gardenhire, is errors. When you look on the bottom number, just 16 errors committed in those 33 games for the Twins against the White Sox, and that is a key reason why they've won 26 of the last 33. When we come back, it's Dick Bramer, Bert Blylen with first pitch. Carl Pavano searching for win number 101. Can he do it? It's coming up next on Fox Sports North.
Started the season slowly, but both have rebounded and enter this series as two of baseball's hottest teams. For the Twins, their starting staff has settled in and led the resurgence. In Chicago, the big bats have begun producing. Tonight they meet for the start of an important three-game series. White Sox, Twins, next. And Carl Pavano, the opening day starter for the Minnesota Twins, has pitched much better than his one-loss record would indicate. He's gotten just one win in his last 6 starts, but all 6 starts have been pretty good ones. And there's Ozzie Guillen, who's hoping to somehow reverse this trend that has been set between the Twins and the White Sox. Menard's batting order for the Chicago White Sox. Juan Pierre in the leadoff spot. Alexi Ramirez hitting second. Carlos Quinton third. Paul Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski, Alex Rios, Adam Dunn, Gordon Beckham, and Brent Morrell.
And a scouting report on Carl Pavano making his 14th start, and something you talked about, Dick, about him, only one win in his last 6 starts, but he himself says he's feeling a lot more consistent on the mound. For a while there, he was just out of whack, and that's kind of the word he used. I just did not feel comfortable. Well, he's felt comfortable over his last 6 starts. 1-1 with a 2.49 earned run average.
He had an awful outing at Fenway Park against the Red Sox, and since then he's been pretty good. Here's the Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Brian Dinkelman in left, Ben Revere in center, Michael Kanier in right. Valencia, Casillas, Holbert, Hughes, and Butera around the infield. It doesn't matter, but it's the same lineup the Twins were going to go with last night. And of course, last night's game got rained out. It'll be made up as part of presumably a doubleheader either in August or September. But we've got clear skies right now, and actually a beautiful night for baseball. And Juan Pierre is in the batter's box, and away we go. Strike one from Pavano.
And that's been a big key for Pavano, too. For a while there, we saw him fall behind an account. He's not a strikeout pitcher anymore. He's a guy that relies on good control and make that hitter hit good pitches. He fell behind so many times for a while there. 2-1, 3-1. He's got to come in with a fastball, and it's not the overpowering fastball he had when he was a lot younger.
2 quick strikes to Pierre. And a bouncer to second. Colbert has it over to first. Rain for most of the afternoon. Well, shouldn't say that. For about an hour and a half this afternoon. About 5 o'clock to 6:30, they took the tarp off. They say just 61 degrees and the humidity of 85%, but as you can see, just beautifully blue skies and a very nice night.
You know what, Dick? The last 2 nights we were here waiting for the ball game about 5 o'clock. The ground crew was out there ready to move the tarp. And once they moved the tarp, within 2 minutes after that tarp was on the field, it rained.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable how Larry DeVito and his crew, they did a great job of covering this field.
Nothing but strikes so far for Pavano. 0-1 to Alexi Ramirez. And out in front, 0-2.
And that's the pitch right there, that changeup. When you're out of whack a little bit, you know, you don't have that fastball location-wise. That doesn't make that changeup very good. Well, now he's got that good changeup back.
Tapper, foul.
Pavano making his 10th career start against the Chicago White Sox. 6 wins, 3 losses in his first 9 starts against the White Sox, with an ERA just under 4.
And Pavano gets a strikeout of Ramirez. 2 quick outs.
Now that looked like the slider right there. Perfect location, down and away. So a good start right there by Pavano, getting the first 2 guys out.
And now Carlos Quentin. Quentin having a bit of a bounce back season with 17 home runs and 47 runs batted in. White Sox have been waiting for Adam Dunn and Alex Rios to get it in gear, but Quentin's provided plenty of pop in the middle of the Chicago lineup. There's a fly to left. Dinkelman over. Quentin gone on 1 pitch. Carl Pavano on 8 strikes has a 1-2-3 first inning. hard rain late this afternoon. And a very quick top of the first inning. We'll see what the Twins can do in the bottom of the inning. Ron Gardenhire's 10th year as manager, hoping for a 7th division championship. Menard's batting order for the Twins. Ben Revere leading things off. Alexi Casilla, Michael Cuddyer, Delmon Young, Luke Hughes, Danny Valencia, Brian Dinkelman, Matt Tolbert, and Drew Butera.
That's Gavin Floyd on the mound here tonight for the Chicago White Sox, making his 13th start, his 14th appearance. Losing record against the Twins over his career, 4-8, 5.27 ERA, and he has not beaten the Twins since July 11th of 2009. 0-5 with a 7.33 ERA over his last 5 starts against the Twins.
2 strikes now to Ben Revere. Revere getting his first looks at Gavin Floyd. A little swinging bunt up the line, and it'll roll foul. And Revere did a nice job sidestepping that ball as both he and it were going up the line.
Yeah, Gavin Floyd, 28 years old. He's in his 5th season with the Chicago White Sox. I told you he's had a tough time against the Twins. When he's got that pitch working right there, the curveball, he's pretty nasty. He, at times against the Twins, have had a tough time getting that curveball over consistently. He's got a good fastball in the low 90s. Don Cooper, the pitching coach, has come up with a little bit of a cut fastball and a slider when that curveball has not been effective for Gavin Floyd.
2 strikes to Ben Revere. Little chip shot to left, and Juan Pierre makes the catch, 1 away. Northland Ford defense for Chicago. Juan Pierre has had some issues out in left. Alex Rios in center. Carlos Quentin in right. Brent Morel's done a nice job defensively in third. Alexi Ramirez, Gordon Beckham up the middle. Paul Konerko at first, and A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate.
Yeah, Ramirez has made 10 errors at short and really 35 errors overall for the Chicago White Sox. Not bad. Not bad when the Twins have made 45 errors as a team.
The Ayers had 5 errors in left field. And now Casilla in the first pitch pops it up to Ramirez. And a quick second out. And before Cuddyer comes up to the plate. Reminder, the Twins baseball brought to you in Sony High Definition. So both pitchers throwing strikes. Pavano threw nothing but strikes, and now Floyd has thrown 5 pitches, all of them over the plate. And at the knee is a strike.
Cuddyer 2 for 8 lifetime, 8 for 31 lifetime against Floyd. A 258 hitter. Does have 1 home run against Gavin Floyd.
When you look at the middle of this Twins lineup, Burton, it's yet another reflection of how banged up the Twins are. Over the years, they've been very heavily left-handed in the middle of their lineup with Bauer, Morneau, Kubel, and Thome. They're all hurt. This one up the middle, and Cuddyer will get a base hit. And now the Twins are heavily weighted from the right side in the middle of the lineup with Cuddyer and Young and Hughes hitting 3, 4, 5.
And Gavin Floyd's had very good success against right-handers this year. Right-handers hitting only 208, left-handers hitting 261. The numbers on Floyd, making his 13th start, 81 innings pitched, 20 walks, so he's done a good job of throwing strikes with 60 strikeouts. He has allowed 9 home runs.
Here's Delmon Young hitting 341 in the month of June. He takes outside, ball 1. Young has brought the average up to just under 250. And he's getting some extra base hits mixed in, including his 2nd home run earlier in this homestand. Checks his swing, but takes a strike.
Well, one thing Floyd does, he brings that knee up, and A.J. Pierzynski's always had trouble throwing out base runners. Now Cuddyer at first, 3 stolen bases in 4 attempts.
Inside, moved him off the plate, 2-1.
White Sox have thrown out only 14 of 70 potential base stealers. Again, you know, I mean, 7 of 49, it's not always the catcher, but I think we've seen over the years AJ's had a little trouble throwing out base runners. It normally, you know, the pitcher that allows the base to be stolen.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
There's that slider right there, almost like a little cut fastball. Good location.
Two and two to Delmon Young. Cuddyer goes, and the pitch is ball 3. Pierzynski has the ball get by him to the backstop. Credit Cuddyer with a stolen base, and he moves into scoring position.
Well, Cuddyer stealing his 4th base of the year. He got a very good jump again. AJ trying to catch a breaking ball right here that just kept breaking down and away right off the tip of the glove. He gets behind him, but you see Cuddyer taking off, and he steals his 4th base and gets into scoring position.
Young with a chance to drive in a run with a single to the outfield. And a little roller off the end of the bat. Beckham to Konerko to end the inning. Cuddyer stranded at second, and we've got a scoreless first inning. Very pleasant night weather-wise here, and a fairly quick first inning. No score as we go to the second. Carl Pavano made quick work of the White Sox in a 1-2-3 first inning.
Well, we got a lot of rain yesterday. Got some rain here starting about 5 o'clock. Rain for about maybe an hour or so, and the field looks incredible, doesn't it? The outfield
sure does, yeah.
Drained so well.
Paul Konerko, the hitter, has been the central figure in the White Sox good play over the last couple of weeks. Swing and a miss. Like Justin Morneau, who's got a wrist problem. Morneau on the disabled list has had the wrist immobilized now. Konerko also missed a couple of times, had a minor procedure done to clean up some debris in the wrist area, and he was hitting well prior to the procedure and even better afterwards.
Yeah, this guy's a good player. 13th year with the White Sox, a free agent at the end of last year. Chicago did the right thing. They signed him again to a long-term contract. And this guy is a Chicago guy that, you know, represents Chicago White Sox. He wears it on his sleeves. He does a great job of that. He's kind of like, I guess, the Twins' Michael Cuddyer. Gives a lot back to the community. Plays the game hard.
1-2. Konerko, Pierzynski, and Rios here in the second. Butera digs it out. 2-2. manager made the case for Konerko's candidacy for the Baseball Hall of Fame a few days ago. I don't know that he's quite there yet, but he's been a very good player and one of the more respected players around baseball. Tapper and Butera can't quite hang on. There's the surge that Konerko has led, hitting .460 since toward the end of May, and a lot of power, a dozen extra base hits.
Yeah, currently on a 13-game hitting streak where he's hitting the .460. So Konerko helping carry the White Sox, trying to get back to 500, 2 games under 500 coming into today's play.
Just off the corner, says Wally Bell, and it's 3-2.
Watch Butera move away. And the ball, outer half of the plate.
Just off the plate again. Pavano, I think, more upset about that pitch than the prior pitch, thinking he might have clipped the corner.
Well, again, Pavano, we've seen when he works down the middle of the plate, he gets beat up. So he's got to do this. He's got to hit the corners. And that's a pretty good pitch right here, maybe just missing by an inch or two. As the game goes on, you keep hitting that spot right there, I guarantee you he'll get it maybe in the 5th or 6th inning.
Really?
Yeah, you just keep hitting the glove.
But Foxtrax says that ball's clearly outside.
That's what Wally Bell calls behind the plate, not what Foxtrax says.
There's Pierzynski, and there's strike one. Pierzynski, too, re-signed by the White Sox after finishing his contract last year. See if they can get to Tolbert, to Casilla, to Hughes. So that cleans up the leadoff walk. 2 gone, and let's find Robbie and Smikowski.
Just saw some good news on the field. Twins got some good news off the field. The injury report has officially been reduced by 1. Tsuyoshi Nishioka today activated from the disabled list and is not in the lineup card, but he is available for duty tonight, Dick and Bert. He will be available to pinch hit, pinch run, some late inning defense if needed. Whatever the case is, Tsuyoshi Nishioka officially back. No more injury updates for him, hopefully, the rest of the way.
Yeah, let's hope not. Nice to have him back.
Rios with a fly to left. Dinkelman comes in and ends the inning. So Pavano issues a leadoff walk, has a long battle with Konerko, but still just throws a handful of pitches in the second. Twins Baseball is brought to you by Explore Minnesota. Visit exploreminnesota.com to plan your next Minnesota vacation today. And those are the prairie flowers blooming near Pipestone, Minnesota, in southwest Minnesota, home to the Pipestone National Monument. A leader in wind technology. There are nearly 800 wind generator towers in that area. Just off of Highway 75. Here is Luke Hughes leading off the second for the Twins. That slider, that cutter, whatever it is, it clipped the outside corner. Strike one.
Good fastball right there. Good location to get strike one.
And there's strike two.
That's the curveball right there. That's what Don Cooper says. Sometimes he has it, sometimes he kind of loses it, and that's why they've come up with that little cutter or slider.
And Hughes waves at strike three.
Gavin Floyd picking up his first strikeout. Good location, 3 pitches, fastball, curveball, and then he goes back to the other breaking ball. Good downward break right there. I'd like to give our best wishes and our prayers to Bob Whelan of Baxter Regional Medical Center's Hospice of the Ozarks in Arkansas. Bob is 67 years old, has cancer, and our prayers and best wishes are to you and your family.
Off the end of the bat, Valencia's quickly retired, out number 2. It's amazing. You know, Floyd's good, established right-handed pitcher, and you'd like to have a lot of left-handed hitters in there, and the Twins typically could do that. And I think on anybody's list, if you were to rank the top 10 left-handed batters in the American League Central, a list would include the likes of Span, Bauer, Morneau, Kubel, and Thome. And if you look in the American League Central, if you rank the top 10 left-handed batters in our division, some lists might have all 5 of those guys. And all 5 are on the disabled list. That's just unbelievable.
And that's what I think makes this winning streak the Twins are on even more impressive, winning 9 out of the last 11, because of the names you just mentioned are not in uniform.
So a left-hander stands in, and Dinkelman drives a line shot right over the cap of Gavin Floyd.
Good short compact swing by Brian Dinkelman. He gets his first hit in today's ballgame, just his 3rd major league hit. Taking that pitch right back up the middle. Watch out, Gavin Floyd. I say short compact swing right there. Good contact. Taking that ball right back up the middle.
Pair of 2-out singles for the Twins, and that gets Matt Tolbert to the plate here in the second. Down and in, ball 1.
Even though that batting average at 200 for Matt Tolbert, Dick, I just think he's got some big hits for the Twins.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. You know, the Twins have won 26 of the last 33 against Chicago, and I think we need to avoid using the word dominance, even though those are dominant numbers, because so many of those 33 games have been decided by 1 run or 2 runs. To me, to say a team is dominating another, you're winning 7-1 on a regular basis, but there've been, 4-3 wins, 1-0 wins, and they've just all been, it seems, competitive games.
Yeah, and they have. And I even went back further. I went back to July 28th of 2008. The Twins are 33-13 over the last 46 games between these two ball clubs. So, yeah, they've been close ball games, and it seems like the Twins have always come up on top.
1-1 to Tolbert. Down and in, 2-1.
Both these clubs, I think when they meet each other, they know they're going to be close ball games. It's going to come down to, stay away from that big inning, that 3 or 4 run inning, because if you can take it deep into the ball game, it's been the Twins as of late, or against the White Sox that have gotten a big hit late in the ball game.
2-1 to Tolbert. And a tapper foul, 2-2. Well, 2 different ballparks, but in Minnesota, the Twins have had the clear advantage, and look at the 14 of those games decided by 1 run.
Yeah, look at that, 12-2 in the Twins' favor, and that's what we were talking about. They're not blowout type games. It's the errors, and 19 errors, only 7 for the Twins.
2-2 to Tolbert. That's hit hard to left center field. Pierre retreats and catches it in the gap to end the inning. Another runner left the board. We head to the 3rd with no score. Tony Oliva. Here's your opportunity. The Twins fantasy camp in early January, early to mid-January, the 7th through the 15th in Fort Myers, Florida, using the very complex that the Twins use down in Fort Myers to get ready for the start of the season. And here to talk more about the Twins fantasy camp director Stan Dickman, who was supposed to be with us last night, but a lot of things were supposed to happen last night and it didn't happen.
Got a little wet out last night.
Here is Adam Dunn leading off the Chicago third, strike one. Well, Stan, the camp comes up, and it's one of the highlights of my winter, and I think one of the highlights of Bert's too. And tell us a little bit about the camp, and for people who are intrigued about it, where they can get more information.
Thank you, Dick. First of all, before I talk about the camp, I want to, on behalf of all of the Twins fantasy campers, Bert, congratulate you again on your induction in the Hall of Fame later this summer. It made for a very special camp, I thought, Dick, last year, and it was just a great time. Yeah, we'll convene again next January 7th through the 15th at Fort Myers. It's an 8-night camp, 7 days of baseball.
Lash to left center, Dinkelman going back. And we'll one-hop it against the wall. Dunn digging for second. Dinkelman's throw, not quite in time, so it's a leadoff double for Adam Dunn.
Now, this is what, the 25th anniversary of the camp, is it not?
I believe it is. You know, my involvement's been, this will be my 4th year of operating the camp, Bert. We're actually, this next year, we're zeroing in. Last year's theme was pretty easy. It was Bert Blyleven going to the Hall of Fame, and we had a great week. This year, we're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the first World Series championship team in 87 Twins.
Gordon Beckham, the hitter for Chicago, and he takes strike one. Pavano dealing with his first runner in scoring position with nobody out. And that's one of the things, Stan, you should be commended on. Getting the likes of Tom Bernansky involved. Kent Herbeck was there last year. Push to the right side. Dunn will advance. Tolbert throws Beckham out. 1 away. And Rick Aguilera, not on the 87 team, but the 91 team.
Frank Viola.
Frank Viola, right. There's another Juan Berenguer. So a lot of the members of the 87 team are instructors in the camp.
Yes, that's a fact. And I'm really not at liberty to say who we've invited, but we're trying to get a couple more members of that 87 team. Last year was Aggie's first year. Aggie just did a fabulous job. Of course, Bruno had been there. This was his second year. And Ken Herbeck, I can't say enough about Herbie. What a great addition he's been.
Morrell tries to lift the ball to the outfield to score. Dunn. It's lifted foul instead. 1 strike. The Twins bringing the infield in only about halfway because Dunn doesn't run well, and he's not much of a threat to steal on any ground ball that can be fielded, or to score on any ground ball that can be fielded. And here's one chop. Nice cutoff by Valencia. Freezes Dunn. 2 away. That's a nice play by the Twins' third baseman. If he juggles that ball or bobbles it, Dunn might score.
Well, he cuts right in front of Alexi Casilla right there, and he does do the right thing. And right there, we didn't show it right there, he picks up the runner. Make sure that Adam Dunn stays around that bag and then gets the out at first.
Nice play, routine at fantasy camp. You see that all the time.
Right.
Well, you see guys cutting in front of each other, and then they kind of help each other up as they fall.
Well, the camp director is Mr. Blyleven. Right?
He's the commish.
That's right.
We have a great kangaroo court where we've raised a lot of good money for Children's Hospital down there in Fort Myers, Florida.
Last year, $17,000.
Awesome.
Well, again, thanks to Stan Dickman. Pavano pitches around the leadoff double. January 7th through the 15th. It's a great time. Highly recommended by anybody who's ever done it.
fans, you can go to foxsportsnorth.com and click on the Circle Me Bert to submit why your sign should be circled on an upcoming home game and have a chance to visit us up here in the booth. We'll reveal 2 sections the morning before each game. One will be listed on foxsportsnorth.com and the other one on KFAN.com.
Now, I know where Belgrade, Minnesota is. I've been to Belgrade, Minnesota. Beautiful town. I have no idea where Belgrade, Montana is. Here's Drew Butera leading off the Twins' third. White Sox misfired after Dunn's leadoff double. Didn't get the game's first run. Ozzie Guillen not happy with the developments after the leadoff double. 2 strikes to Butera. Got a piece, stayed alive. You know, it's been that way in this series with the Chicago White Sox, Bert, and that's, I think, explains more than anything else why it's been imbalanced in the Twins' favor. Simple execution. The Twins have been a little bit better at it in the series with the White Sox the last couple of years than the White Sox have been.
And that man knows it right there, Ozzie Guillen, so he gets upset when the White Sox, his team, does not do those little things.
1 and 2. You know, the White Sox losing twice in Chicago to Ron Gardenhire and the Twins, and of course the most notable game, the Liriano no-hitter. Liriano handed them 6 walks, and they ended up losing a 1-0 ball game. Butera strikes out, second strikeout for Gavin Floyd, who looks like he's got good stuff here tonight, Roy Smalley.
Yes, sir, guys. He really does. You were talking about how he's tough on right-handers, only hitting about 208 against him, I think. And I think that must be when he's got that curveball working like he does tonight. Bert, you mentioned that pitching coach Donnie Cooper said he doesn't always have it, but he has it tonight. And the right-hand hitters especially, you also talked about them being a little right-handed heavy tonight. The right-hand hitters especially are going to have to get on that fastball and then quit trying to pull it when they get behind in the count, because if you're trying to hit his fastball in left field to your pull field, you're very, very vulnerable to that breaking ball, and he's got a good one tonight.
1-0 to Revere, who hit a fly ball to left his first time up. That's sliced down the line. Fair ball. Revere around first, on his way to second, and he's got a 1-out double. Doesn't get that many extra base hits, but he slashed that one down the line and stands at second base.
You know, if you watch Ben Revere in batting practice, you get a chance to come out early. He does a lot of this, just inside out swing, just weighted nicely. Now that ball up a little bit, so he just kind of hits that ball the other way, almost Denard Span type swing right there. That's a ball get deep into the strike zone and then just hits it the other way for a double, his second double of the year.
Casilla popped up on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. Down and away at the knees, 1 strike. Pulled past Konerko, down the line. Revere's going to score. Casilla digs for second, and a pair of doubles have given the Twins the first run.
Well, Roy was talking about Gavin Floyd's breaking ball, but if he leaves it up, that's what Casilla was waiting for, and he pulls that ball. Konerko has to go to his left. He can't hit it. So back-to-back doubles. See that breaking ball right there, right back into that hitting plane. Casilla getting good wood on it. Looked like Konerko got a bit of it to slow it down a little bit. But Casilla picks up a double, his 9th of the year, and drives in his 13th run.
And now Cuddyer. Down and away, ball 1. Cuddyer singled off the glove of Floyd and into center field his first time up. Another way to look at all the Twins injuries on the opening day lineup, 1 through 7 in Toronto. Cuddier's the only one who isn't currently on the disabled list or who hasn't spent a great deal of time on the disabled list.
Well, what Roy Smalley was talking about, Dick, is like right-handed hitters right now. They're hitting 208, but Cuddyer had a good at-bat his last at-bat because he took it back up the middle. Pitch like that stayed up a little bit, and he hit it back up the middle. That's kind of what you're talking about, isn't it, Roy?
That's exactly what I was talking about, Bert. You really got to give up the inside part of the plate and left field against a guy that's got a good breaking ball. You can pick your spots for the fastball, but for most of the count, you've got to stay in the middle of the field to stay with that ball.
Lifted foul and out of play, 2-1. Well, we get a pretty good view here behind home plate, almost directly behind home plate, and it seems like just about every pitch Floyd throws has a right to left, either with the cutter, the slider, or the curve. He hasn't thrown much of anything straight yet.
Well, you know, he was a 17-game winner back in 2008, and he hasn't really been able to match that. And I think it's because he doesn't pitch in hard enough. Hitters do eventually say, okay, if it's going to be away, well, he forgets that he's got to come inside hard to drive that hitter off the plate once in a while. He hasn't really done that yet this afternoon or this evening. Everything has been away. He left the pitch up to Revere. He slapped it the other way. Then Casilla on that little cutter got the RBI double.
Blocked nicely by Pierzynski. It's 3-1. First base is open, and Delmon Young's on deck.
And hitters are going to see that too, Roy. I mean, if they don't come in, you know, you start leaning out over the plate and then trying to drive that ball to right center.
Bert, you couldn't be more right about that. If a pitcher doesn't get a hitter in a hurry, he's got no way to get him out. You got to make him think he's coming in there to get the bat head out in front quick, so you can work the outside of the plate.
Leaves it up and in. Walks Cuddyer to fill first base. And before Young comes to the plate this July, baseball's biggest stars will gather together in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night in summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2011 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 12th from Phoenix at 8 p.m. Eastern. That would be 7 p.m. Central Time, where most of us live. 5 p.m. Pacific for those of you on satellite, only on Fox. Casilla goes. Cuddyer goes to second, a double steal. And Cuddyer falls over second baseman Beckham. Let's hope everybody's all right. Cuddyer hesitated just a little bit, and that's why I think Pierzynski thought he had his best shot at second rather than third.
Yeah, a lot of times this is you know, once you see that runner take off, AJ saying, you know, as Cuddyer has to hold up, he has to make sure that Casilla is going to go. And the throw, a not really strong throw. You see Cuddyer getting a good lead, and that helped. Because as he slides into Beckham, watch Cuddyer kind of fall, but still able to keep that foot on the bag.
So Cuddyer with 2 steals on the night, and Young takes outside 1-1. Ron Gardenhire has said this is the style of play he's really enjoyed managing, and he hopes as these players come back off the disabled list, he can continue to play that style. A double steal. We haven't seen much of that this year. We've seen hit and runs and bunts. 1-1 to Young. Bounced up the middle, and that will bleed through and score 2 more. 4 straight batters reach, and it's 3-0 Twins.
Oh, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Delmon Young. You know, April, May was not good. He's hit safely in 19, now over 20 of his last 26 ball games, and picking up some RBIs. That's the most important thing. Delmon Young hitting in that number 4 spot, and he does. He picks up a couple right here now with 19 on the year, and the Twins able to put a crooked number on the board. Delmon's eyes, good concentration, right back up the middle.
So now Young at first. Still only 1 out in the inning. And Hughes at the plate. Struck out quickly on 3 pitches leading off the second inning. Young with 1 steal, but the Twins have already stolen 3 bases here tonight in the first 3 innings. There's a beautiful bunt. Wow. 5 straight batters have reached And the second time through, the Twins batting order, Gavin Floyd hasn't retired a man.
That's one thing we've seen the Twins do too recently is bunt more. You know, if that third baseman Morrow's going to play deep, I'm sure Luke Hughes saw that and he said, you know, if I can get this ball down the third base line, I'm going to get a base hit. That's exactly what he does, as that pitch was left up. And Luke Hughes gets his first hit for the Twins, their fifth, the fourth this inning.
Here's Valencia. A little bouncer to the right side and was retired on the first pitch of the second inning. And he takes strike one. It's a good half inning for the Twins after a disappointing half inning for the White Sox. They got the leadoff double. Didn't push Dunn around to score. Pavano pitched great to keep the White Sox from scoring. And now bounce to the right side. Konerko spins and fires out there, and a nifty double play. 3-6-1 to end the inning. A couple of doubles, a couple of stolen bases, a couple of singles, and 3 runs for the Twins. They lead at 3-0. Arby's Value Player of the Game. Text the word value followed by a space and the player's name to short code 234234. Drive in a couple of runs, you're going to lead the balloting. And Carl Pavano now with a 3-run lead, pitching to Alexei Ramirez and delivering strike one.
Well, Pavano is done. He's been able to get strike one on all 11 batters he's faced so far. So again, the key to success, get strike one, and Pavano's been able to do that so far. Only one hit allowed, and that was a leadoff Adam Dunn double in the third inning.
2 quick strikes to Ramirez, and in the dirt, blocked by Butera. Ramirez, Quentin, and Konerko in the Chicago fourth.
We have Bob and Diane up here from Belgrave, Montana. They're our lucky winners here today to come up and spend an inning or 5 or 6 up here in the booth with us. Depends on what kind of food they brought us.
1-2 to Ramirez. Foul tip from Butera, can't hang on. Transplanted Minnesotans expanding the outer regions of Twins territory out in Montana. We like that. 1-2, Pavano to Ramirez. Bounce to third, backhanded by Valencia. 1 away. You can ask us a question at carsoup.com/baseball. And tonight, Tyler Hislop of Shoreview wondering what team had the most rainouts last year. We had 1 here. That was it in our first year in a real outdoor ballpark.
I think you have to go near Montana, a little bit south of there.
Well, I don't know if you get snowed out. Is that technically a rainout?
I guess. Isn't snow water?
Coors Field had 4 of them. Comerica Parks had 4 this year, and we've had 3 already this year. We also had 1 in New York. We've got to make up in September. And across baseball, that's been quite a story. How weather has been much more of a factor than it was last year. We've had, twice as many rainouts already this year than we had all of last year. High and tight, 1-1.
Well, that's one thing the Twins did not see for 28 years here in Minnesota. Right there, outdoors, the sun shining against the beautiful buildings of downtown Minneapolis.
Real green grass. 1-1 to Quentin. And a jam shot, and Valencia sets and fires 2 down. And that'll bring up Paul Konerko.
Oh, here's Bob and Diane again from Belgrade, Montana. You guys are hereby circled in the booth. So welcome.
First time they've been to this ballpark. Quite an impressive facility. Paul Konerko will hit with 2 gone in the 4th inning. Konerko on a hot streak. The White Sox on a power streak. There's a high fly to center. Ben Revere calling for it. Carl Pavano with 4 shutout innings, and he's only thrown 35 pitches. Baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. And by AT&T. Well, congratulations, and our hats off to you, figuratively.
Yes.
Daddy serving in Afghanistan.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Brian Dinkelman cracked a single into center field against Floyd his first time up, and he takes ball 1. Another thing we never saw in the Metrodome, sunglasses. Well, that squirted to left. Dinkelman has a pair of hits as he dumps one barely into the outfield grass in his second single of the ball game.
Hey, believe me, he's waited a long time to get to the big leagues. That's a line drive tomorrow in the newspaper, right off the end of the bat. But Brian Dinkelman gets his 4th major league hit. Here the other day, picked up a base hit, drove in his first 2 major league runs. Just hitting that ball the other way. Ball left up a little bit. Good piece of hitting.
Here's Matt Tolbert, hit a fly ball to left. Actually hit it pretty well, but Tolbert, like Ben Revere and Alexi Casilla, more effective if they hit the ball on the line or on the ground rather than in the air. And he takes a belt-high strike. Tolbert's become the everyday second baseman, but now with the arrival of Tsuyoshi Nishioka, who's going to be the everyday shortstop. Most days that means Alexi Casilla will swing over and take over at second. Dinkelman goes and the ball lined to third. It'll be an easy double play. So you send the runners. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Always vulnerable to a line drive. And that's what happens here. A liner to third turns into a double play. Twins and White Sox conclude the series tomorrow. And it's a Sports Authority value pack game. You can purchase a ticket in the U.S. Bank Home Run Porch and get a free Schweigert hot dog and Pepsi. Tickets are limited for the game, so call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Here's Drew Butera. And there's strike one. Butera went down swinging. And strike two.
Floyd with 50 pitches in the ball game, 36 have been strikes.
1-2. Twins striking for 3 runs. Actually had a threat to make it an even bigger inning in the third. The White Sox turned a nifty ground ball double play. Butera taps it to third. Morel has it. And he swings it over to Konerko in a quick bottom of the fourth. Quickly moving through this game. Go to the top of the fifth. 3-0 Twins. Beautiful night weather-wise here at Target Field. An even better-looking score.
Oh, wait a minute. Between innings, some beautiful young lady came in and said, did we want something to eat, like a hot dog or something? Is that something new that's going to be happening here at Target Stadium? I kind of like it.
Well, she just asked if we were to, there's a liner to center and Revere back to make the catch. Krzyzewski quickly retired. That if we were to order a hot dog here, what would we have on it? And I just said, well, nothing. I like my hot dogs plain. There's enough.
But that's never happened before.
Huh?
How many games have we done here already? That's the first time that's happened.
That doesn't mean we're going to get one. Maybe she's just doing a survey. Maybe, you know.
Well, I said catcher.
Okay. No, I don't think we should expect to get a hot dog or anything here. It's probably just one of those surveys.
You think they're doing a prank on us?
Wouldn't be the first time. 1-0 to Alex Rios. Hit a fly ball to left his first time up. And now 2-0. Rios really struggling on the road this year. And obviously with a batting average of just over 200. struggling altogether. All 4 of his home runs have been at home, and Pavano falls behind him now, 3-0.
Well, the first 14 batters Pavano faced, he was 14 for 14 first pitch strikes, so his first batter he fell behind on.
3-1.
I did walk Konerko in the second inning to lead off the second inning. Well, that's a fastball that just missed.
And a walk, his second walk. And with 1 gone, Rios goes to first, and that brings up Dunn. AT&T trivia. Who are the 6 American League shortstops to win the Rookie of the Year since Ozzie Guillen did it in 1983?
Since Ozzie Guillen. Our rule is all we have to do is get one,
all right? Well, Walt Weiss. Walt Weiss. There we go. We got it. Down and in, ball 1, and Butera will go to Pavano and see why he's not throwing strikes right now.
Well, I'm going to go with Derek Jeter.
Okay.
Was it the American League or all
American
of baseball?
League? What
American
about
League.
Nomar Garciaparra? Did he win one?
Let's just throw some names out.
Sure. Angel Baroa of the Kansas City Royals. 1-1. 1-0 to Dunn. Inside, and the White Sox.
Didn't Bobby Crosby win one with the Oakland A's?
Yes, there's another one. Very good. White Sox are crossing their fingers, hoping that Dunn will start hitting the way they thought he was capable of when they signed him. Now 3-0 to Dunn. Dunn ripped a double to left center field his first time up.
Well, Dunn last year with the Nationals, 38 home runs. He drove in 103 runs, hit 260. And right now came into this ballgame hitting just 180. As you can see, it's not your screen. This is a big man right here. 6'6", about 285. When he does make contact, he does strike out a lot. And boy, when he makes contact, that ball goes a long way. 361 career home runs for Adam Dunn.
Hughes to second. Casilla back to first, a double play. The White Sox turned a nifty 3-6-1 double play, and now the Twins do to clean up matters in the top of the 5th.
Winner's Circle. I've got $100 in Minnesota State Lottery tickets. This is Patty from Dakota, Minnesota, Bert. They're part of the Wine, Women, and Baseball contingent here in the upper deck in left field. They've all been drinking wine. They had their nails and their hairs done, and now they're coming out to a baseball game. How much fun is it tonight here, Patty?
This is just awesome.
Just awesome. And now you've been circled by Bert. Her first time to a Twins game in the last decade, Bert. She's having a blast. But the wine women and beer, Dick and Bert, they're all, or wine women and baseball, they're all drinking beer right now. You hear them all yelling at
me. Breaking pitch misses. It's 1-1. Ben Revere leading off the 5th inning with 1 out in the 3rd. He lined a double down the left field line, and by innings end, the Twins had their 3 runs.
Yeah, not too many times, Dick, we have seen a 3-6-1 double play turned by both teams in a ball game.
A liner to right, and Quentin would have fought the lights a little bit, but he made the catch 1 away.
You know what made this a good double play is Luke Hughes gets this ball, he jumps off the bag, but watch him step toward the infield. He steps there to make sure that he doesn't throw in back of the runner. Now the low throw is low, but then with Hughes getting out of the picture, it's the pitcher that has to get over there to cover the bag. So a very nice 3-6-1 double play. Second double play the Twins have turned for Carl Pavano.
And being mindful, of course, that first base is not a natural position for Luke Hughes. There's a bunt by Casilla. Morel barehands it, fires, throws up the line, and Casilla will hold up with a bunt single. So Morel with a nice fielding play, but his throw off target, and Casilla has his second hit. Concept window of opportunity with Cuddyer coming to the plate.
Well, Cuddyer, we saw him in that Texas series, 2 3-run home runs for Michael Cuddyer, and a guy that has hit safely in 21 of the last 27 ball games. That average starting to get back up to where Michael Cuddyer feels a little more comfortable. A career 270 hitter. Right now that average at 276.
Popped up, foul, and out of play. It was the Chicago manager a few years ago who labeled the Twin style of baseball the Piranha style of baseball. And the likes of Punto and Bartlett, guys like that, would always seemingly bunt, hit and run, steal a base, do whatever it took to win. A modified version of what was called Billy Ball in the Oakland A's days, small ball. Well, now here tonight, you've got Revere slashing a double, Casilla doubling. There have been 2 bunt singles, 3 stolen bases. And it's got to be Ozzie Guillen's worst nightmare that the Twins, with all these injuries, are still managing to win games like they did 3-4 years ago. Poke foul, 2 strikes to Cuddyer. His team built around power. Konerko, Quentin, Dunn, Rios.
Yeah, they've hit 71 home runs. The Twins have hit 38.
2 strikes to Cuddyer. And he strikes out for out number 2.
Floyd picking up strikeout number 3 in the ball game.
Voting is ongoing for the 2011 All-Star Game in Phoenix. You can vote for your favorite Twins and your favorite players at twinsbaseball.com. Visit twinsbaseball.com and cast your ballot up to 25 times for your 2011 All-Stars. Vote early, vote often, vote Twins, and vote today at twinsbaseball.com. And it's looped foul. Young's going to go get another bat. Maybe not. So with 2 outs, the Twins have stolen 3 bases. We'll see if, in fact, Casilla stole 3rd in the 3rd inning. We'll see if the Twins are in the market for another stolen base here with Young at the plate. Sky to center, and Rios over and in a couple of steps, and that ends it. On to the 6th inning. The Twins leading 3-0.
Cast for the Twins. Here at Target Field, the latest storm system leaves behind it, not quite as cool with increasing amounts of sunshine. First pitch temperature at around 74.
Well, we expect another sellout crowd tomorrow. Should be a beautiful day for baseball. Twins leading here 3-0. Gordon Beckham leading off the sixth. A half swing but a strike. Beckham, Morel, and Pierre facing Pavano in the sixth.
Yeah, Pavano's only given up one hit so far in the ballgame. The Adam Dunn leadoff double in the third inning. Other than that, a couple double plays turned behind him. Able to get strike one. There's a double. Looks like down that left field line for Beckham.
So Beckham goes into second with a leadoff double. Second leadoff double for the White Sox. And we'll see what Morel can do to get the run in.
Yeah, Beckham hitting his eighth double of the year. Got a pitch up. I'll take a look at the location. Ball left up right there. Beckham, good solid swing. Lining it right down that left field line.
When Dunn led off the third with a double, Beckham pushed him along to third base with a grounder to the right side. Morel hit a two-hopper that Valencia played well and kept Dunn at third. Just off the plate. And then Pierre hit a little comebacker to the mound, and that ended the inning. 50 pitches for Pavano, and he's gotten 15 outs.
That's how you complete games. 7 complete games last year for Pavano because he can have outings like this. Throw strikes and get some quick outs.
79-mile-per-hour pitch over for a strike.
Of the 15 outs so far recorded, 10 ground ball outs, 4 fly ball outs, and the 1 strikeout for Pavano.
And that is punched into center field, a base hit. Beckham will be waved around third. Revere's throw will be cut off by Valencia. And the White Sox are on the board with nobody out here in the sixth.
Well, Morel picking up his 14th RBI as Beckham scores. Looked like an off-speed pitch. Good piece of hitting right there, right back up the middle.
So it's a 3-1 game, and Pierre comes to the plate. Bouncer to second. And the little nubber in front of the plate that Pavano handled to end the third inning threat. Squares to bunt, takes a strike.
You have to always take the bunt away from this guy right here. Juan Pierre, outstanding speed, his second season with the White Sox. That's what Danny Valencia needs to do, stay on that grass at third, right around third base.
And Butera to the mound. 33 games into the season, the Twins were 12-21. The White Sox were even worse, 11-22. Most people thought it would be the White Sox and Twins slugging it out on top along with Detroit in the American League Central. And instead, they were scraping the bottom of the division. And the White Sox are ahead of the Twins now simply because they started their surge a little earlier than the Twins did. 1 strike to Pierre. Well, it was about this time of the year last year the White Sox really got hot. They had a very favorable interleague schedule with the likes of the Washington Nationals and Pittsburgh Pirates. To Pavano. To Casilla. Double play. Another one turned by the Twins, 2 away.
Third double play turned behind Pavano. And he's been part of 2 of them. Last inning, the 3-6-1 put out. And this will go 1-6-3 double play. So Pierre hitting the ball sharply right back at Pavano. There, Pierre getting down that line quickly. Pavano gets rid of it quickly, and that's where you want that ball on the shortstop side to the shortstop covering. So a good feed by Pavano to Casilla.
Ramirez takes down and away, ball 1. Ramirez with a strikeout in the first and a bouncer to Valencia in the 4th. Another one. Grounded to Valencia. Hughes with a stretch at first. A leadoff double, a follow-up single, a Chicago run, but another quick inning for Carl Pavano. Wieskamp.
Well, Brian Dinkelman getting his second hit of the ball game right there, right off the end of the bat, but that ball flared in the left field, and then Ben Revere letting that ball get deep into the strike zone, hitting that double down the left field line. That started the 3-run third inning for the Twins with one out.
The Frost Brewed Coors Light Freeze Can. One strike to Luke Hughes, leading off the Twins' sixth, to be followed by Valencia and Dinkelman. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Hughes got a hit his last time up, but it was the first of 2 bunt singles the Twins have gotten against Floyd and the White Sox. And Floyd makes quick work of Luke Hughes for the second time. 1 down. The 16 greatest moments in MLB All-Star Game history are going head-to-head to determine which is the most memorable of all time. Go to MLB.com/moments. Vote now for your favorite Midsummer Classics. And tune in to the 2011 MLB All-Star Game on Tuesday, July 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That would be 7 p.m. Central. And for those of you in the Mountain Time Zone, you can probably figure it out. It's probably 6 o'clock here on Fox to find out who won. 1 strike to Valencia. And now a ball, 1-1. Valencia hit the ball to the right side twice. Hit the ball fairly hard each time, once for a double play. So what the Twins want, what Joe Vavra would like here, would see another at bat, putting the ball in play to the right side and getting rewarded with a hit.
They've been really working with Danny Valencia on hitting that ball up the middle and the other way. They feel that he got into that pull mode, trying to pull everything. And that's usually how you get out of these little, mini bad habits you get into, by hitting everything up the middle or the other way. And all you do, I'm sure, I think Roy Smalley is no longer down there, is just kind of wait a little bit longer, let that ball get a little bit deeper into the strike zone.
To center. Rios retreating. And he makes the catch on the edge of the track.
That is a very good at-bat right there, even though it's an out. I mean, Danny Valencia, that's exactly what Joe Vavra wants him to do, is wait back and then attack the ball. And very good swing right here. Look at that, right there. Just got underneath it a bit, but hit that ball 400 feet, straight away center.
So now Brian Dinkelman. Floyd has not had a 1-2-3 inning. This one bounced up the line, just foul on strike. And Dinkelman has a pair of singles.
Dinkelman getting a chance to play against the Chicago White Sox. He grew up in Illinois.
And 2 strikes. Here's our in-game box score, brought to you by Pepsi Max.
Ben Revere with that double. He scored a run. Alexi Casilla, who's hitting almost 400 here at Target Field. Good success here.
Lifted to left, right at Juan Pierre, and Floyd has his first 1-2-3 inning. early in the game with the Twins up 3-1.
Anytime in a ball game, you want to stay from that away from the multi-run inning. That's what happened to Gavin Floyd in the third inning. Ben Revere leadoff double, Lexi Casilla an RBI double. Delman Young driving in a couple runs with a base hit up the middle, and the Twins do put a cricket number on the board. Well, with a base hit, that scores Gordon Beckham, who led on the inning, the sixth inning, with a double. Both pitchers throwing strikes. Gavin Floyd just that bad inning. In the third inning, Twins scored 3 runs. Carl Pavano has thrown 54 pitches in 6 innings.
We face Quentin, Konerko, and Pierzynski. And there is strike one. Quentin with a fly to left and a bouncer to third.
17 out of 21 first pitch strikes for Pavano.
Fastball, now a changeup. Gets a swinging strike, 0-2.
A changeup in a great location, too. Down and away.
Blocked by Butera. 1-2. All the injuries that the Twins have had to deal with. Yet the starting rotation, for the most part, has been healthy. Francisco Liriano had a bit of a shoulder issue. And Quentin waves at strike 3, 1 away.
And strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Pavano. Yeah, Twins are 9-3 in June, and the pitching staff is 2.02 ERA over the 12 ball games. Starters combined 7-3 in the 12 ball games with a 2.38 earned run average.
Saw Fox Tracks brought to you by Carrier. Here's Paul Konerko, a walk and a fly to center. And a strike. Down and away in Chicago in early May. The Twins won a couple of one-run ball games. The Liriano no-hitter 1-0, and then the next day they won 3-2. Here they're leading 3-1 with one gone in the top of the 7th. One and two. They have not timed him at all. Dunn caught up with a fastball and it was left over the plate and he cracked a double, but he's mixing his speed so well here tonight.
And that's what Pavano's all about. Fastball, he's not going to overpower you with fastball. So he's going to try to get you when he gets ahead with that changeup like that right there. You got Quentin to chase a slider down and away. 13 ground ball outs, 4 fly ball outs with a couple strikeouts for Pavano. Rick Anderson, pitching coach, watching closely.
2-2 to Konerko. Got him on the same pitch. Looked like the same pitch he got Quentin.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Pavano. He had 1 strikeout coming into the 7th inning, and then makes 2 little sliders down and away. Great location, and White Sox hitters unable to hold up.
AT&T trivia with Ian winning the award in '83. I'm not sure we didn't nail all 6 of them. Walt Weiss, Pat Listash we did not mention, but I think we mentioned the rest of them. That's pretty good for us.
Look at a bonus.
Up and in to Pierzynski, ball 1. White Sox won a division title back in 1983. Wayne Guillen was the Rookie of the Year. Chip to left, and Pierzynski's aboard with a 2-out single. And that'll get Alex Rios to the plate.
Only the 4th hit off of Pavano here in this ball game. It comes with 2 outs in the 7th inning. AJ, good hitting, just took it the other way.
Rios with a fly to left, and then he drew a walk with 1 out in the 5th. Check swing and a strike. Bounced to short. Easy play for Casilla to end the inning. 7 great innings for Carl Pavano, a 2-run Twins lead. Time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Medica. Ball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by McDonald's. Right now, you can get 20 crispy McNuggets for just $4.99 at McDonald's. By CenturyLink. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink. Your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. And by Goldman Sachs. For all the reasons you invest. Mutual funds from Goldman Sachs. Quick start for the Twins and a good start. They're leading 3-1. Game being played at a breathless pace. There's Larry Fitzgerald Jr.
Enjoying the ball game. You better have good seats.
Matt Tolbert takes inside. You know, last Saturday I was here watching the game with my son. Just the 3rd time that I've been sitting in the seats in this ballpark. We've got a great ballpark here. You know that? And we got great seats here, but to experience it from the fans' perspective, which is something we don't get a chance to do very often, it's just awesome. It was a great game the Twins played on Saturday against the Texas Rangers. Tolbert takes inside 2-1. Floyd's pitched well. The Twins kind of bunched some things together against him in the 3rd inning. A couple of doubles, a walk, a couple of singles, a couple of stolen bases. Tolbert cracks it foul, 2-2. Two and two to the leadoff man here in the Twin 7th. And right to Konerko on one hop. Tolbert is retired, 1 away. As part of our Fox Sports Supports charitable initiative, we're proud to wear pins during the 2011 Major League Baseball season on Fox Sports North to support Stand Up to Cancer and its work to fund groundbreaking research that helps accelerate treatment to patients. For more information, visit standuptocancer.org/Fox Sports. One gone in the 7th. Here's Drew Butera. And a nice pickup by Konerko. He'll handle it himself, 2 away. And before Ben Revere gets to the plate, time for the CenturyLink high-speed pitch.
Calvin Floyd, he'll get that ball in the mid-90s. Let's see how hard he got. We got him at 93 and Carl Pavano at 91. Both pitchers throwing strikes. Floyd 80 pitches, 58 strikes. Pavano 69 pitches, 47 of them strikes.
And Revere moves his hand up the bat barrel and takes ball 1. It was Revere's 1-out double that started the 3-run rally in the 3rd. strike that clips the outside corner. Pavano in the same type of groove that we saw Liriano in on Sunday. And this was about the point of the game. In fact, it was. There's a hot smash up the middle. Revere has his second hit. This was the point of the game where the Twins had the long inning, the line drive that knocked the pitcher out of the ball game, Harrison, and another pitching change after that. Before you know it, Liriano was on the bench for a half an hour.
This looked like a changeup right here, and Rivera, good piece of hitting, right back up the middle again. We've seen him do this a lot. I mean, take that pitch right back up the middle.
Here's Casilla. We'll see if the Twins want to use Revere's speed to move up a base here.
And Floyd, we saw in the first inning go with that high leg kick. He'll use that slide step here.
Nearly hit him. Ball one. Casilla with a pair of hits, including a bunt single in the fifth. Hooked a double off the tip of Konerko's glove in the third.
Well, with the 2 hits here tonight, Casilla hitting .270. Started out very slow at the beginning of the year, but boy, he's picked it up, and he's had a lot of success here at Target Field.
Konerko backhands a low throw over there.
Revere with 5 stolen bases on the year and 6 attempts.
1-0 to Casilla. Fouled back, 1-1. April was ugly for Alexi Casilla. May a little bit better. In June he's been outstanding.
Yeah, the Twins are playing now their 26th game here at Target Field. And came into the game hitting .383 here at Target Field.
So overall, you say, well, if Casilla was going to hit .270 this year as the starting middle infielder for the Twins, you would take that.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, it hasn't been a consistent .270, as we just showed you. As much as a slow offensive start hurt the club, he just seemed unsettled out in the field. 1-1 to Casilla.
I think what we've seen, Dick, too, from Alexi Casilla is that, yeah, he started off poorly, and I think that's one thing that Ron Gardenhire didn't want him to do, is take his frustrations at the plate out to the field with him. Now he's swinging a bat good, and all of a sudden his defense has improved, too.
Strike on the outside corner. It's a hard thing to quantify, but sometimes I think fans can tell, too, if a player in the field wants the ball hit to them.
I think we saw that with Trevor Plouffe.
Right.
There was a time that he did not want the ball hit to him.
But in Casilla's case, now we're seeing that. He's playing the ball aggressively. Every ball that's hit to him, he's going after it. There goes Revere. Pitch high and tight, and Pierzynski's throw on the wrong side of the bag. 4th stolen base for the Twins against Gavin Floyd and A.J. Pierzynski.
By Revere, you kind of sensed that he was going to get the right pitch to go, and Floyd pretty quick home. A head first slide, and he slides on the outfield side, gets that left hand on the bag, and then hold on to that bag. And Revere, which he does.
2-2 to Casilla. Hit to the outfield should get the Twins another run. Locked in the dirt by Pierzynski. Very nicely done by Pierzynski. And it's 3-2 with Cuddyer on deck.
AJ, you know, he knows a breaking ball's coming, and then you utilize that chest protector to deaden the ball. He does a good job of that.
Full count to Alexi Casilla. Got it. A pitch down and in. There needs to be a throw to first. And Pierzynski gets Casilla by a step the inning end. Revere left at second base, onto the eighth. It's 3-1 Twins. More on defense. The Twins have turned some double plays tonight.
3 so far in the ball game. Pavano with 3 strikeouts in the game, back-to-back strikeouts, and then a nice 3-6-1 double play, and then Pavano helping himself. Good feed over to Garcia, and a nice sort of a double play there to get the speedy Juan Pierre in the 6th inning.
1 strike to Adam Dunn. White Sox have 4 hits. Dunn's got 1 of them. A double leading off the 3rd inning. The White Sox didn't get him in, and now trail by 2. 1-1. Dunn's first year with the White Sox so far has been a huge disappointment. There are some mathematical combinations that are almost incomprehensible. 2-1 against left-handed pitching. Remembering Dunn lined out against Liriano for the last out of the no-hitter in early May. Adam Dunn is 1 for 47. 1 hit in 47 at-bats against left-handed pitching.
And this is a guy that averaged between 38 and 46 home runs in each of his last 7 seasons. Dunn with 7 home runs so far this year.
3-1 to the slugger. And he walked him. So Pavano, ordinarily really good control, has issued 2 leadoff walks. Coming up Tuesday, June 21st, it's the 2011 Prep Championship Series at Target Field. Come out and watch the state high school championship baseball games of all 3 classes in Minnesota. Games will be played at noon, 3, and 6 p.m. Tickets will be on sale at Target Field on Tuesday. Call 800-33-TWINS for more info. Here's Gordon Beckham. Fouled away, 1 strike. Beckham doubled down the left field line and scored in the 6th inning. How many more double plays does Carl Pavano have left tonight? Half swing, 2 strikes.
Well, get as many as Carlos Silva did in that shutout against
that was
the
what,
Angels.
6 of them?
6 of them, yeah. You can't get 6. All he needs is maybe 5.
You just don't heave the ball into the upper deck when you're done. 2 strikes. And Beckham rounds one to short. Out at second. Relay to first. Another double play. Number 4. 2 away.
Well, what happens if you get ahead in the count and makes that offensive hitter become kind of a defensive type hitter, and that's what Beckham did right there. He kind of, Pavano got ahead in the count, kind of did a little quick ground ball to short, and a nice turn of a double play right there. 4th double play turn behind Carl Pavano.
2 gone, and Brent Morrell with an RBI single his last time up. Can he be that good? Can he walk people intentionally, knowing he's going to get a double play from the very next batter?
You know what? He had 2 double plays turned behind him in the first 13 starts, and now here tonight he's got 4.
But honestly, he walked Konerko to start the second. Next guy, Pierzynski, hits into a double play. He walked Rios. Dunn bounces into a double play. He walks Dunn. Beckham rolls into one.
Well, you set yourself for goals every outing. Maybe tonight it was Carl Pavano. I'm going to work on my double play. See how it works out tonight. 3 strikeouts, 16 ground ball outs with 4 fly ball outs.
2-2 to the number 9 batter. Morrell.
And the thing about Pavano, he's working both sides of the plate very well. Working a good fastball in right there, and then that slider and change up outer half of the plate.
Every facet of the game struggled for the Twins in April, but now look, as we're into June, what the pitching staff has done.
The Twins 9-3, 2.02 ERA. Starters, relievers, both sides have been outstanding.
Just outside. Same guys, right? I mean, there have been some changes in the bullpen, but the guys pitching most of the innings, same guys that struggled in April.
Well, you go through ups and downs. Right now, they're at a nice up.
Struck him out. 8 brilliant innings tonight for Carl Pavano. Kadair still played ball. He and a handful of teammates played wiffle ball with a group from the Northside Boys and Girls Club in Minneapolis. The game was part of Hope Week. 7 straight days the Twins have dedicated to giving back to the community. Twins players involved were Michael Kadair, Ben Revere, Drew Butera, Jason Kubel, and Rene Rivera. Here is Michael Kadair leading off the Twins' 8th inning. Ryan tied a swing and a miss, 0-2.
You mentioned last inning, Dick, Gavin Floyd really settling down since that 3-run 3rd inning. Given up only 3 hits since that 3rd inning.
1-2. Kadair, Young, and Hughes trying to tack on an insurance run here in the 8th inning. Matt Thornton warming up in the Chicago bullpen. And Will Ullman is also out there. And Kadair gets a piece to stay alive. Indians are leading Detroit 6-4, top of the 7th inning. That's punched to left center field. Down for a hit. And Cuddyer thinks about second, will hold up with a single leading off the 8th.
Yeah, Cuddier's second hit of the ballgame. We have a great view here, Dick. You know, from the center fielder to the left fielder where that ball was going to land. And you could see Pierre and Rios unable to catch it. I mean, pretty good pitch right there. But Cuddyer just kind of splits the gap in left center. Thank you very much.
It's going to be frustrating if you're a pitcher. The catcher's got his glove on the ground waiting to catch the pitch, and the ball never gets there. Here's Delmon Young. Deep down the left field line. But foul. Right over the countdown to Cooperstown sign.
Yeah, he almost made 24 into a 23.
So
and the fan caught it right there.
Floyd left a pitch in, and Delmon Young absolutely crushed it.
Will it stay fair? It does not. And right to that man. Wow, nice catch.
No glove, nothing. Lifted to left, and Pierre comes in now to make a running catch, one away. Oh, we're going to very quickly, we hope, bring you a post-game show. What's on it, Robbie?
We are. It's Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink, featuring the Toyota post-game wrap. Talk about Carl Pavano and how he is in charge tonight. What a fabulous job he's done so far through 8 innings. The 3-6-1 double play is tonight's instructional with a former infielder and a former pitcher. Should be a nice demonstration. Plus Gardy's post-game press conference. What do you think of Pavano's performance? And will Nishioka play tomorrow? Gardy will answer those questions on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink, Dick.
Thank you, sir. Here's Luke Hughes. A bunt single and a couple of quick 3-pitch strikeouts. Fouled away, 1 strike. Hughes dropped a bunt single between the mound and third base. Twins had 3 runs, were threatening to score more, but then the White Sox got a critical double play for them off the bat of Valencia. Side, and it's 1-1.
Well, Twins have 4 stolen bases in this ballgame. Michael Cuddyer at first base has 2 of them. He stole second base in the first inning, and then kind of a double steal in the third inning. Garcia stole third.
Swing and a miss, and Hughes has had a tough time making contact against Floyd. One and 2. Just blocked by Pierzynski, and he's made a handful of those tonight.
Yeah, that one there, he didn't even utilize his glove. He saw where that ball was going to land and just kind of fell toward that baseball.
Two and 2. Cuddyer goes, swing and a miss. Michael Cuddyer with 3 stolen bases tonight. Hughes strikes out for the 3rd time, but Cuddyer moves into scoring position.
Yeah, stolen base number 6 for Cuddyer, his 3rd here tonight. And watch Gavin Floyd, watch that leg, that high leg kick, and that's what Cuddyer saw. And he took off and gets into scoring position, even though Luke Hughes strikes out for the 3rd time. And strikeout number 6 for Gavin Floyd.
Cuddyer at second with 2 gone, and Valencia. He's hit the ball to the right side twice, and with authority straight away, he's 0 for 3. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. One strike to the Twins' 3rd baseman. One-time call. Valencia just needs the hits to start dropping for him. Start feeling a little bit better about things at the plate. Nothing more frustrating, I suppose, athletically than a very confident player, which Valencia is, and he can't play with confidence because things aren't going his way.
This game will bring you, it has ups and downs. Last year he was up. He hit .311 in his rookie season, and struggling this year. You kind of find out what kind of person Danny Valencia is, trying to get through this frustration part of the season that he finds himself in right now. Keep battling.
Turzynski has that ball roll away, but Cuddyer walks to advance. Here's our Coors Light cold hard blast. A foul ball off the bat of Delmon Young.
Yeah, Delmon gave it a ride, but it just took foul. But a fan made a great catch. Who needs a glove?
2-1 to Valencia, trying to get Cuddyer in from second base. 3-1 with Dinkelman on deck.
105 pitches in the ball game for Gavin Floyd. 73 been strikes, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Given up 10 hits, 4 of them coming in the 3-run third inning.
Valencia had a 3-1 count in his last at bat and hit one 400 feet from home plate. Swing and a miss. 3-2. So they gave another breaking pitch away off the plate.
Oh, see, that's what he learns right there. I mean, he's got to lay off that pitch right there, or drive it the other way. Looked like he tried to pull that ball.
Full count to Valencia. Dirt to left center field. There's his hit, and the Twins get an insurance run. Valencia rounds first, on his way to second. He's got an RBI double, and the Twins have a 4-1 lead.
Nice piece of hitting right there by Valencia. The ball was down. He utilized his strong wrist and just hit this ball sharply in left center. His 12th double of the year, his 28th RBI. Not a bad pitch down, but Danny, good level swing. Caught up to that fastball, and the ball rolling all the way toward the bullpen.
Dinkelman will be intentionally walked. And for Dinkelman, whatever happens here in the coming week or weeks with the players returning from the disabled list, he can, if he is sent down to the minor leagues, he can say, I was intentionally walked twice. And Tolbert will hit with 2 men aboard. You can support the Harmon Killebrew Foundation by joining Harmon's friends and celebrating his 75th birthday at Target Field Wednesday, June 29th, when the Twins battle the Dodgers. Visit HarmonKillebrew.org for tickets and details. Tolbert will hit. Twins tacking on a run here in the 8th inning. Would love to give Carl Pavano an even larger cushion as he approaches the 9th inning.
Those pitches that Gavin Floyd has used so far in a ball game, making his 13th start. As you look at Carl Pavano with 84 pitches after 8 very good innings. 111 pitches for Gavin Floyd.
Foul over the Chicago dugout.
This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
One strike to Tolbert. And now 2 strikes. It's kind of hard to quarrel with what Floyd has done here tonight. He just had the misfortune of having a lot of things bunched together against him in the 3rd inning.
He's only had 1, 2, 3 inning, and that was in the 6th inning, so Twins have been able to get some hits. 11 of them off of Floyd. But then again, you know, he came into this ball game not a very good record, 4-8 against the Twins over his career, and the Twins have beat him his last 5 times coming into this game. And here in Minnesota, Floyd in 8 starts is just 2-5 with an ERA over 5.
1-2. And that kicks away from Pierzynski, and the runners will stay put. Side of the ball.
Well, the backdoor breaking ball, and you kind of see AJ putting that glove down. It kind of rolled right up the glove, and then AJ able to get that ball to keep the runners at 1st and 2nd.
2-2 to Tolbert. Jammed him and dribbled foul to Drew Butera in the on-deck circle. White Sox have an interesting situation with their starting rotation. Most of the time since we saw them in early May, they've gone with a 6-man rotation that included Jake Peavy. And they've all been pitching pretty well. Didn't know which one they'd end up taking out of the rotation. That's up the middle, and oh, what a nice catch by Gordon Beckham. Beckham with a diving belly flop of a catch to end the inning. The Twins will take a 3-run lead to the 9th. Stay tuned for the Gander Mountain weekend weather update for Twins territory. Good way to get this series started, albeit a day late. The Twins leading 4-1.
Carl Pavano's been outstanding. 4 double plays turned behind him. He's given up only 4 hits. A big 3-run 3rd inning for the Twins, giving them a 3-0 lead. And Pavano's taking it here into the 9th inning.
Juan Pierre 0 for 3, bounced into a double play his last time up, and he takes strike 1.
And again, 23 of 28 batters now. Pavano's been able to get strike 1.
Off the glove of Hughes, and it trickles into right field, and Pierre's aboard with a leadoff hit here in the 9th inning.
Well, you want to take the bunt away. I mentioned that a couple at bats ago for Pierre. So as a third baseman, first baseman, you have to play in, and that sometimes cuts down your range. And Pierre hitting that ball right off the glove of Hughes. A little upset. He felt he should have got that ball. Jason Repko now taking over for Dinkelman in left field. So the 5th hit of the ball game.
Quick trip to the mound, not by the pitching coach or the manager, but by the infielders, middle infielders, and the catcher.
Yeah, it's been a nice game if pitching coaches don't have to go out there and talk to their pitchers. Don Cooper didn't have to do it with Gavin Floyd, and keep our fingers crossed Rick Anderson doesn't have to go out and talk to Pavano.
Well, it worked last time. How many double plays are in Carl Pavano's right arm tonight? Matt Capps warming up. Blocked by Butero, ball 1. Ramirez struck out in the first, hit a couple of ground balls to Valencia, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th inning.
We'll take one of those, please.
It'd be nice if this game were like a donut shop, wouldn't it? 1-0 to Alexei Ramirez. Tap foul. And Ramirez, although mathematically impossible, tried to hit a 3-run homer.
Well, he's one of those, young kids, 29 years old from Cuba, but he swings hard. He's always swinging hard. 18 home runs last year for the White Sox.
2-1. The Chicago power really starts in the 3rd place in the batting order with Quentin, then Konerko. 2-1. That's down the line, and it's going to be a base hit, and the White Sox are going to get the tying run to the plate here. It is a double for Ramirez as he whistles one between Valencia and the line. So now here comes Chicago's power with nobody out in the 9th.
Alexei Ramirez again, ball down, he just swings hard, and this ball he swung hard, made good contact right down that 3rd baseline. 3rd double off of Pavano in the 6 hits that he's given up.
So the White Sox making some noise here in the top of the 9th inning with a single and a double to open the inning. Quentin the batter, then Konerko. Infield back, of course, with a 3-run lead. And the outfield as well, playing very deeply in the traditional no doubles defense. Now Quentin's run represents the tying run, and the Twins want to make sure that nothing finds a gap here. One strike to Quentin. 2 strikes.
Fastball in, then changeup down and away. Quentin struck out in his last at bat on a slider down and away. Pavano ahead in the count, 0-2.
Two strikes to Carlos Quentin. Change up, got him.
Strikeout number 5, and it's a big one for Pavano. Just pull the string, great location. Quentin way out front. And Quentin striking out for the 2nd straight time.
And now Konerko. A walk, a fly ball to center, and then Pavano went after Konerko just like he did Quentin in the 7th inning with the same result. Struck him out with a slider.
Last at bat got strike 1, fastball middle in for strike 1, and then he worked away. 5 strikeouts for Pavano, the most since he's had in a ball game since April 14th in Tampa Bay when he struck out 7.
Pavano snags a liner for out number 2.
Right off the end of the bat, hit right back to Pavano. And we've seen Pavano try to barehand this with his right hand. This time he uses his glove.
The ball very likely could have ended up in center field and scored a couple of runs. As it is, the White Sox are down to their last out, and it's Pierzynski who dumped a single to left his last time up. At the knees.
Boy, that changeup has not only been awesome, it's the location of that changeup too.
One strike to Pierzynski. Squirted left side. Valencia charges, and the Twins win the opener 4-1. A masterful outing by Carl Pavano.
Second complete game of the year for Pavano. Very great start. Great start for Pavano.
Much awaited for series. Chicago's first trip to Minnesota. We had to wait a little bit longer, Anthony LaPanta, with the rain out last night, but as these things come, it was well worth the wait.
And the Twins' dominance of the White Sox continues. They've won 22 of the last 28 played in Minnesota. We'll break down the 3-6-1 double play here from Carl Pavano after his complete game win next on Twins Live.